This is Bob. He suffers from basophobia, the morbid fear of walking or standing upright. He developed this phobia after a traumatic event in his childhood in which he fell down a flight of stairs. A specific phobia is a type of disorder in which the affected person displays an enduring fear of certain situations or objects. Specific phobia is unique among the anxiety disorders in that individuals with this disorder do not experience invasive anxiety, nor do they seek treatment as readily as individuals with other anxiety disorders. Individuals with specific phobias experience impairment or a significant amount of suffering. They can lead very restricted lifestyles, such as Bob here. His fear of walking is greater than his will to stand, so he is forced to crawl. Often adults and adolescents recognize that their fear is irrational, but can do nothing about it. These unfounded fears are caused by the amygdala, a part of the brain that controls emotions. Normally, the amygdala secretes hormones that control fear and aggression, but in the case of specific phobias, it doesn't stop producing the hormone and causes the extreme amount of fear. Phobias vary in severity between individuals. Some simply avoid the subject of their fear and suffer only mild anxiety. Others, unfortunately, suffer fully fledged attacks from even thinking about the subject. Phobias become severe when they hinder everyday life. In Bob's example, he is far too frightened to even think about walking, so instead he moves very slowly across the ledge. He recognizes his fear as irrational, but is far too frightened from the traumatic event of his childhood to walk. Instead, he crawls. People with phobias try to avoid what they are afraid of. If they cannot, they may experience panic and fear, a rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, trembling, and a strong desire to get away from the subject. Bob is attempting exposure therapy, which forces your mind to face your fears. He fails, though. Other treatments for specific phobias are hypnotherapy, which can be used to help remove the associations that trigger a phobic reaction. Cognitive behavioral therapy, which lets the patient understand the cycle of negative thought patterns and how to change them. Antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication can also be of a great help. Because of Bob's basophobia, it becomes extremely difficult to do many things people would take for granted. Even in the simple task of climbing the stairs, it takes him several minutes. As a final attempt to show how specific phobias hinder everyday lifestyle, here is a short clip of Bob attempting to make a sandwich.
Yes!